You were born to. You were born to. You were born to. You were born to.
Awesome. So what's your favorite part about being a superintendent?
Yeah, so my favorite part, without a doubt, Mike, is the students, right? I mean, it's for 38 years I've been able to get connected with kids and just I'm there to serve them, right? My mission as a superintendent is to serve our students, and I love our kids and I know them.
Yeah.
I get to meet them when they come in for preschool or our transition to kindergarten program and all the way through. And so this graduating class of 2026, I have literally been with every one of these students since they first came to Freeman.
Wow.
It's the first group of kids that have been there all the way to pre-K.
Oh, wow.
And so getting to know them and getting to know their families, it just, seeing kids in the morning, seeing them when they leave during the end of the school day on their bus or going to their activities or popping into their classrooms, that's what brings me joy. And it's what gets me out of bed every day.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I love our kids.
And now and it shows, and it did on the podcast too. So it's so cool. And when you're saying you're seeing them go through the entire their entire school career, are you talking about from K to 12 or K through 8?
Yes.
Wow.
So most of these kids that are in this senior class I've known since they were 3.
That's amazing.
Because they came to us in preschool, and then they came into like our transition to kindergarten or started in kindergarten.
Right.
Some of them maybe moved in 6th grade, or there's a couple kids that moved in as 9th graders.
Yeah.
But when you've got a class of 75 kids, you get to know every single student. I know every single student in our school district, all 857 of them.
857.
And
so
just,
there's
I
no
love that.
900-ish. There's 857
kids in Freeman.
That's awesome.
TK to 12th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's no mistake that you're the superintendent. God put you there for a reason, right? 857. That just shows how much you love them. You know the exact number of kids.
Yeah.
And which would be your least favorite part? I mean, a part, like I need to do this, but wow, this is kind of a hard part of being a superintendent. What would that be?
Dealing with the state and federal legislation and the funding that comes with that, Mike, is very challenging. I do understand it's part of the job.
Yeah.
It's not one of my more favorite things to do, but I also understand it's important.
Right.
Because we're talking about the resources that we need to help support kids.
Yeah.
And what happens, especially the last 3 or 4 years, the decisions that the federal government is making and the state government is making often collide with each other.
Yeah.
And so a school district ends up landing in between. And we get pulled between both directions. And so trying to find out, really, what is in the best interest of kids?
Yeah.
Is it the state decision? Is it the federal decision? And so a lot of times we have to, Freemanize the decision.
Yeah. I like that.
We have to do
Freemanize
what
it.
makes sense for our kids.
Yeah.
Still stay within the law,
Yeah.
but make it work for our kids.
Yeah.
And so thank goodness I don't have to deal with that a lot.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take me away from why I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm totally with you, Mike. We know that God puts you where she needs you the most, even when we don't understand that. Right?
Amen to that.
And I feel like I have been placed there with purpose.
Yeah.
And that's why I've stayed for 15 years.
I love it. I love it. And I'm sure the parents know that too. And that's why, and the board, they know that. They know you're there for the kids. Yeah, you're 100% right. I love that. Proverbs 3:5-6 is coming to mind, right? And I may, God, please help me remember it, but it's something to the effect of not to lean on our own understanding, but to trust in Him. And He will make all our paths straight, right? So, and you're doing that. And 15 years, right, as a superintendent, that's incredible.
Well, as we know, our job is not to know. Our job is to trust.
Wow. Right? Amen to that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we have to remind ourselves as leaders,
right,
that there is a bigger, more important purpose, and that we need to remember to trust that.
Yeah.
To help us make the best decisions for kids.
Yeah. Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you are following the ultimate servant leader, right? Jesus,
yes,
as your mentor,
yes,
as all of our mentors, is our CEO and boss. He's the one teaching us how to lead as a servant, right? Because Jesus came not to be served, but to serve, as you all know.
Yes.
And you're
And as
doing
you
that
know,
too.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
amen.
You're in it for the same reasons.
Yeah, that's
You are.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
This is great. And then what was the third one? I think favorite, least favorite.
Maybe any advice? Or
Oh, advice. Yes,
insights?
thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for keeping
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
podcast started me.
No
Any
problem.
advice? If someone's a new superintendent and they're going, wow, Randy has done this for 15 years. He knows a lot. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
What should I be looking out for? What would you say to him or her to encourage them?
Yeah, three things, Mike, that I think that any new leader, and this is whether it's a new teacher,
Right.
a new principal, a new superintendent,
love
and
it.
I think it could fit a new bus driver,
Right.
right? It's always been about relationships. It's always going to be about relationships.
That's right.
Right? Regardless of the noise,
Amen.
this is about kids. This is about us serving kids. And so
Right.
those relationships with our students, treating our kids like they're our family.
Yeah.
Because kids know and they're smart. Right?
Yeah.
So
they can feel it. They know when you care and when we're just fluff, like just saying it to say it. They
absolutely.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. Stay focused on relationships. The
Yeah.
second thing is what's in the way is the way. Whatever challenge, whatever difficulty, because it's not all going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of your leadership for our listeners is going to go really, really well.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes that lesson's not going to go well.
Yeah.
Or that decision you made as a principal is not going to be popular.
Right.
Or you have to make a tough call as a superintendent.
Right.
What's in the way is the way, Mike.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's really beautiful. And I'm just going to share it. And then if because I know the separation of state and church, but it's reminding me of the Bible where Jesus is on his way and someone stops him and would say, I think it was a soldier, my son, or somewhere, I'm totally messing this up, but I know Jesus was often interrupted.
Yes, he was.
And he would, whatever that interruption was, he would stop and either heal that person or help that person. He would serve them. So I think what your approach is biblical. What's in the way is the way. That's the person, or maybe it's a staff that needs support. Maybe it's a parent that needs support.
Could be a
student, anyone.
Work through it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then the last thing I would just say is no surprises. Mike, unless it's somebody's birthday or you're sending somebody on a great trip, don't surprise anybody. Don't surprise the kids on what you want them to learn. Don't surprise parents on what you expect. Don't surprise your supervisor, your principal. And one of the big tenets we've had in the time I've been in leadership is I never wanted to surprise my boss or bosses, and I never wanted to surprise the leadership team. I wanted to be very predictable in my thinking, my problem solving, my decision making, almost that they could predict and know, like, what is Randy going to do in this situation based on principles or values, or what was your compass for that decision?
Right.
So don't surprise anybody, and if it's your spouse, always surprise them.
Yeah.
Take care of them, and don't surprise anybody else, Mike.
That's good. That's great. That's good wisdom. Good advice. Great wisdom. Yeah.
Well, and I love ClassDojo.
That's right. Please tell us about how that's helping and how it's helping the parents connect with, what are my kids learning at school? And how ClassDojo was helping.
Exactly. So I first learned about ClassDojo as a parent, even before being the superintendent.
Great.
Yes. And so one of my own children, Riley, who is now a senior in high school, when she was in elementary school and middle school, a couple of our teachers had set up ClassDojo, where the kids could post their work and the staff could connect with parents about assignments or an upcoming field trip or whatever. And now I've seen that grow as a superintendent, where a lot of our elementary and middle school staff are using ClassDojo as that connector. And as a parent, I appreciate that, Mike.
Right, when Riley, you can see what Riley was learning.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a great way to build relationships and support kids.
Absolutely.
So my hat's off to ClassDojo. And I think it's very intuitive because they keep finding upgrades and they keep looking at current status of what staff needs, what kid needs, and what parents need. And they're working to combine the three of them. So I'm a big fan of ClassDojo.
I love it. I love that. And so, on a personal note, when Riley was a student, or is, she's in ninth grade. when she started using ClassDojo, how did that, as a parent, not as a superintendent,
Yeah.
but as a parent, how did that make you feel?
It felt great because I felt like it was personalized in a way where my child's teacher
Right.
knew my child, knew what my child was doing well, Mike, what my child needed to work on, and it brought me in as a partner.
Oh, love it.
Because then it was a partnership between Shauna, myself, Shauna's my wife,
Yeah.
and our child and our child's classroom teachers.
Love
And
that.
so that's what builds that sense of community, when you as a parent feel like the teacher has the best interests of your child at heart and you're welcomed into that partnership.
Yeah.
And that's what builds community. That's what ClassDojo does.
You know, and that taps into what you said earlier too, Randy, of no surprises. Because
right.
now you're seeing more predictability.
That's
okay,
right.
where's Riley achieving and doing great? Awesome. Where's the part where maybe we can support her more?
Exactly.
No surprises.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Mike, thanks so much for having me, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Hey, I love
likewise.
Born to Shine. I love what you're doing. I love the messaging. I love your positive attitude and just your principled leadership, Mike. That is who you are and what you bring. And thank you, my friend. Really appreciate you a lot.
You too, brother.
You bet.
Yeah,
You
this
bet,
is
buddy.
awesome.
Yeah.